What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, GP? Guys, people, it's your boy, Pastor EP. And as you can see, we have some special guests, but I am taking over E1R1 podcast for the night because Pastor Buck is out of town. He done left me all by myself. He did me wrong, man. He did me wrong. We do apologize for the delay. Traffic was bad, just to be honest with you. Then I had some hiccups in the studio. Don't laugh at me, but they'll talk about me probably later on the podcast about it. But let's go and get started, man, because we already running a little bit late. My special guest, go and introduce yourselves. I can't hear y'all. It sounds like y'all muted. Can you hear me? I think y'all muted. You hear me okay? I just can't hear you all. Well, anyway, y'all, so we apologize for that. I will step out for a second to change it up. But I don't want to make it seem like we are unprofessional. So we're just gonna roll with the podcast. I'm gonna step out in a second to see can I change it. I'm kind of see I change it from up here, but right now we cannot hear our guests. But we got my brother Dan. We got Pastor Buck and we got Pastor Short T. They call us the three amigos, the three founders of Each One Reach One. And man, they are right now, they at an amazing conference right now off in Dallas, Texas. And they often bring back some fire from this conference right here. These guys right now, they on fire for God. They doing an amazing thing right now. They actually travel on a private jet. I mean, I got a little jealous when I saw that day. I was like, hold on now. You can get me on the private jet. I felt a little bad. I actually cried there. They flew on a private jet to Dallas. And they right now at the hotel. They already ate good. And once again, I do apologize. You can't hear them. But, hey, like I told you in the beginning, it's EP the motivator takeover right now. Y'all ain't seen my face in a while. So, hey, get a nice look at this beautiful face. I'm a very handsome young man. But we're going to get into the word. This Sunday, Each One Reach One, we are having our next service. So please, if you can, volunteer, come out. It's getting cold outside right now. So if you can you donate blankets, socks, warm clothing, pillows, covers, anything that can help keep them warm. And we're going to try to see if we can get the hot chocolate out. It may not be this Sunday, but the next time we're out there, we're going to try to get the hot chocolate machine back out there and the coffee machine. Because that was amazing last year. That was a game changer, especially for me because I don't like to be in cold. But we're going to try to get that out there. And my brother, our youngster, coming bringing the word this Sunday, K2E. The man, the gospel rapper that be rapping. Oh, my God, his songs is amazing. He going to be bringing the word this Sunday. So please tune in to my boy K2E with Each One Reach One this Sunday down in Lynn Park. If you need a time, we'll be there around by 7:30. We start passing our clothes between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And from 8 o'clock all the way to 9, we'll have praise and worship. We'll bring the word of God. And we'll close it out. And we'll feed the homeless. So, hey, if you want to come and be a part of our team, hey, inbox me. I'm on Facebook, Eric Perry, or EP the Motivator. You can contact Pastor Short T. You can contact Pastor Buck, or you can contact Dan. Hey, we are excited for you all to come out and team and partner with us for we can make a difference in our city. So let's go and get started. So today, and once again, you can't hear them. They can hear me loud and clear, so they look at me like some elders right now, making sure that, hey, you better not mess up, Eric. you been gone for a long time. I hear you saying something till you test me if I can see what you saying. But so I'm gonna talk to you all about number one, why haven't you all been seeing my face lately? So as you all know, in June, my sister didn't lose, but she passed away in June to go to be with our Heavenly Father. So today, honestly, I really want to tell her story and tell my story how I was caregiving for her. That's why today called mighty man of God. Mighty man. God blessed me with the last year of my sister's life to be in her life. We didn't know that she was gonna be gone this in June. We did not know that that it would have just happened that fast. We were expecting, planning Thanksgiving, Christmas, and her birthday. But my sister, for some reason, I believe she knew. Because she always asked me a question. She asked me, "Hey, brother, you think I'm going to die?" And I looked at her. And of course, I say what we always say. We're all going to die. It's just a matter of when. And she said, I said, but however, the true question is not if you're going to die, but do you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? And she looked at me like a big sister would do. Yeah, knucklehead, what you mean by that? You were there with me when I got baptized. I said, yeah, baptized don't mean anything. You can get baptized and you could turn over time. Because I think that's the problem. That's why I preached on the last time we had service down with E1R1 about check your fruit. Because we start off good. We start out on fire for God. But in the middle, we start dying off. We start believing in the cause that we first started on. We stop believing and stop having faith in Jesus. But my sister, she said, nah, brother. I got my fruit. I got all my fruit. I'm ready for Jesus. I'm ready to see him. I'm ready to see him. I'm ready to see our mom. I'm ready to see our dad. I'm ready to see our grandma and the rest of our family. But she told me I just don't want to leave you. And I was like, Jesus, I don't want you to leave me either. If it was up to me, I'd have you staying here. I said, but honestly, if the pain get too unbearable, and I know about your pain, but I had to deal with it with pancreatic cancer. I was at the point in my life when I said I wanted to give up. Until Pastor Short T came to the hospital and said, get up, ain't no time to die. But he didn't know before that I actually wanted to give up. So I understand that stress level of tired being in pain. And I told her, I said, are you ready? She said, yes, I'm ready. I said, well, you need to have a conversation with God. And I believe the last time she went to the hospital, she had a conversation with God. Because it went from her supposed to come home on Monday, me going down to pick her up, to me getting a phone call by the doctor saying I need to come in to talk to them because they found something new. And I'm like, found something new? Man, I got the wheelchair in the car. We about to party because she coming home. Got up there. They told me something with her intestines that is a severe and very painful disease that a lot of people do get, that who do have cancer. And they took me outside and said, hey, she may not make it in 2 weeks. I said, look, I said, huh? I said, okay, she told me on the phone that, hey, she may have a few months left. And her doctor said maybe a few months to a year. But you all telling me 2 weeks? They said yes. So I came back in the room and she just looked at me with her eyes. She was like, brother, I'm actually dying. And I was like, nah, sis, your body's just gonna be asleep when the time do come. But your spirit go back to the Father. And she hugged me and she said, I don't want to leave you. I know you're gonna feel alone. You act tough, you act brave, you still my little brother. You still the little one. And I just want to protect you. And I said, God placed people in my life who will surround me and protect me. I got people like Pastor Short T, like Pastor Buck, like my brother Dan. I got my best friends. I got my brotherhood. I got my family. And this me telling myself in my head, trying to prepare myself for this. But I still had hope that, hey, the doctors can say what they want to say. They told me I wasn't going to make it over the night when I coded. I woke up the next day like ain't nothing wrong. I said, she got the same bloodline as me. The same blood that flowed through me, my sister have it. But she was ready to go home. She told God she was ready. So I was like, okay. So throughout the days, weeks coming on, she's starting to, her body's just starting to just give up. And she started to become unconscious. And I know the last thing she said to me, she would look at me and she said, hey. I said, what's up, sis? She said, don't take my money when it get deposited in my account. I said, what? She said, don't take my money. I said, what you want me to do with the money? What you mean you'll take your money? She said, nah, I just playing. Brother, I love you so much. And she started singing the song, the same song that my mom sung to me while I was in the hospital. It was by Whitney Houston. I will always love you. And she looked at me. She said, brother, I will always love you. And if a God allowed me, I will always be there to watch over you. And I broke down. Because I'm like, I'm truly losing my sister. Me and her being the last two of the bloodline of my dad and mother kids. I'm like, is this what meant to be? Then the next day, she wasn't responsive no more. But she was still moving. But she wasn't responsive. So we knew she was transitioning over then. So all I can do as a little big brother was respect her wishes. And her number one wish was tell the doctors to do whatever they can to save her. Don't give up. Don't pull the plug on her. Because she want to be a fighter like her brother. And number two, always just be happy when you come in. Just be happy. She said, just because I may not be able to see you all, my eye may be closed, doesn't mean I can't feel you all. She said the same way with mama before she passed when she was in the coma. She felt our spirit. That's why she kept fighting. So I said, okay, sis, let's do this like that. Then the day came when me and my cousin got a phone call at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, hey, and we've been getting phone calls every day by the doctors. That actually started getting on my nerves. Hey, just be honest with you. But they literally said, hey, it was the expert doctor. He said, hey, you may want to tell your family y'all need to get up here. Today, for me observing her, might just be the day. So I'm just getting myself together. Called my family, told them. So we all coming up there. My aunt beat me up there. And when I came up there, I was just expecting and said, okay, she's still here. She's still holding on. But the moment I came and started walking in the hospital, that was the moment when she went on. I was upset. I was like, no, I got to see her. I got to see her before she go. I got to. But in reality, she felt me coming. She knew I was coming. And she was ready. My sister was a mighty woman of God. She was amazing. She fought against breast cancer. And she won twice. Then the cancer came back and went to bone marrow. The crazy thing about it, although she may not be here, the cancer didn't kill her. That's crazy. That thing, that situation, that disease, that devil is trying to take you out. But what the devil don't understand is God's gonna have the last say so. So I can sit on this mic and say right now, my sister didn't lose a battle against cancer. She won. Because we all know to be absent for the body is to be present with the Lord. And that's something that we all striving for in our life. To be present with God, to be at his throne, to be kneeling at his throne, and just to feel his presence, to hear his voice, to hear him say, well done, son and daughter. We desire that. And my sister desired that. But she also told me, do not lose your purpose, even when you lose me. Go on and make a difference, Eric. You've been caregiving for so long. For the past 3.5, 4 years, you've been caregiving for our uncle who passed. You've been caregiving for our grandma who was blind, disabled. Then she was becoming immobile. Then she passed. And you caregiving for me this whole time. She said, now it's time for you to caregive for yourself. To caregive for your purpose. It's time for you to walk off your purpose. And this is my sister telling me this. And this whole time, people would tell you, oh, EP, he the motivational person in the family. He the inspirational person. That's all he do. He a motivator. He inspire us. I'm all the time inspired by my sister. I'm inspired by my grandma. I'm inspired by my uncle. Both my uncle who passed. I'm inspired by me being able to hear their life story before their life ends. This is amazing. Like, my sister was going back and telling me all the time what we did when we were growing up, how we made pancakes for each other, how we got baptized together. We actually literally was at First Baptist Kingston with Reverend T.M. Miller, and we looked at each other. We said, hey, it's time. That was the first time we got baptized. We were going to Huffman High School again. She was in 12th grade, I was in 11th grade. We gave our life to Christ there. We got baptized together. She went up in the water first. I went right behind her. And it felt so good. My sister was so amazing. She was so inspirational. Even through the midst of her cancer, even through the midst of her pain, she kept inspiring not just me, but others around her. People that never even seen her before. Just heard her story through me or through our family members, through friends. People who hear the story of my sister who battling cancer, who always have a smile on her face, who always still giving, who still loving. She kept that same energy to the last breath. My question to you all is, what energy are you carrying with yourself? What energy are you carrying around your loved ones? At home, at work, in the car? What are you carrying? Are you carrying a positive energy that's fruitful, that's full of the fruit of the tree? Or are you fruitless? And to be fruitless, that means you're mad all the time, you're anger, sadness, any depression, anxiety, anything that's not of God, you carrying fruitless. You're not producing the fruit that you're supposed to produce. Be that fruit tree. Produce that fruit. And for those of you who stop producing fruit, like I said in my message the other time, don't be like that fig tree that Jesus cursed. To curse you to never produce fruit again. To never grow again. Because just like that fig tree, Jesus had the power and the authority to do the same thing to us. The only reason why it haven't been done is because of his love, his mercy, his grace. But the truth is, I always say this, the truth is, he wants us to turn from our sin. He wants us to turn around from the path that we are going on. How can we turn? How can we turn? That same sin that you continue to do, that you continue to feed yourself on, that continue to just grow inside of you, kill it. Kill your flesh. Kill your desires. Kill those thoughts. Do not listen to the enemy. Resist him and he shall flee. But you must kill your flesh. If you're not trying to kill your flesh gonna always constantly be in control of your life. And we supposed to be spiritual beings going to a physical body moment. But instead, we let our flesh take over. It's just like working out. When you go to the gym, you're working your body out because you want to get toned up. You want to tone your chest. You want to tone your stomach. You want to tone your whole body. You want to get rid of that fat. Well, your spiritual body kind of do the same thing. It need to be toned up. It want to tone away, not fat, but it want to tone the sin away from your life. Work out that sin. Sweat it out. Get rid of it. Work on your spiritual self. Then mentally, emotionally, you're in your mind, and then your body lasts. Because when you're spiritually led, everything else follow. And your body have no choice but to submit to your spirit when your spirit is in charge. But when we constantly starve our spirit and feed our spirit is not like our body. When our body is hungry and we're starving our body, it get louder and louder before it get quiet. When we go on the fast, the first couple of days a week, it get louder. I want this fast food. I want this alcohol beverage. I want this soda. I want this cigarette. Whatever you fast for, I want it. I desire it. That's your flesh speaking, getting louder and louder. But when your spirit is starving, it get quiet. It get very quiet. And you just looking around, and your body continue to get louder, and your spirits are getting quiet and quiet and quiet until you go completely silent. It ain't gonna tell you, hey, you doing me wrong. Hey, you doing the wrong thing. What it's gonna do is get quiet. Until you recognize that you're not being spiritually led, your spirit gonna be quiet for a reason. For you can finally recognize that, hey, hold on. I haven't been reading my word lately. Hey, hold on. I go to church, twice or 3 times out the month, but it ain't just about going to church. I ain't building on my relationship with God. I'm not listening to the instruction that Jesus left us. He left us an instruction and say we'll do greater things than him. That's a commandment that we will do greater things than he did. He prophesies over our life. He's the most perfect being that ever came down. There's no name greater than his name. But he prophesies over our life that we'll do greater things than him on this earth. He gave us that commandment. He gave us that, and we're not using it. But like I said, when your spirit getting quiet, then you start recognizing, because now your body is louder. Now, health problems coming in. Now you're sinning more. You find yourself, hey, I'm in the club too much. I'm drinking too much. I'm smoking too much. Why hang around them where they ain't leading me to God? Now your spirit's starting to get louder because it's starting to recognize, okay, he or she, they starting to get it. They getting it now. Let me see, can I pull them on in? Let me get a little louder now. Okay, let me start going to church. Let me find me a local church. Okay, I'm getting a little louder now. Okay, let me get up. I'm going to be sitting down, do praise worship. Now I'm going to get up and lift my hands up. Now your spirit getting louder. Now I'm singing more. Now your spiritual getting louder. Now I'm getting involved in church. Now your spirit getting louder. Now I'm in small group. I'm learning more. Now your spirit continue to get louder and louder and louder. I'm not just listening to what the pastor's saying. I'm going home and I'm practicing. I'm instilling this in my life. Your spirit is getting louder and louder, and your flesh is starting to die out. It's time for you to kill your flesh. It's time for you to get rid of that sinful nature. My sister told me, don't let the darkness take over you when I leave, because I know you're going to be hurting. I know you're going to feel alone, but just know you're never alone. God had always been with you. That light always been with you. God put people in your life for a reason. They are with you. Even when I'm not here no more, you're going to represent me, our father, and our mother. And who else to do it you're the best person for the job. You're going to lead this family to victory. You're going to save lives. You're going to save souls. And my sister prophesied this over my life. And all I wanted to have my sister in my life. But now I realize, just like my mom, just like my dad, they right here. So you dealing with a loss of a loved one. Their physical body may not be here, but they live on in your heart. They will forever live on in your heart. And you are now representing them. So like I said before, what are you carrying? What are you carrying? Are you carrying that sinful nature? Are you carrying the light of this world? And that's Jesus Christ. Remember, he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. Hey, that's my time right now. Hey, thank you for tuning in to E1R1. Once again, yes, I'm sorry that it didn't go like programmed. You couldn't hear my brother speak. But hey, they right there. They doing the sign language. They gonna give me a phone call in a second, tell me what happened. I'm gonna get chewed out in a second. But hey, I love you. We love you. Hey, we see you this Sunday at the park. Remember, we get out there at 7:30. We'll be there from 7:30 to 9:30. Come out, support, volunteer. We love you. God bless. And remember, check what you carry.